Hi everybody, Danny Bader coming to you, just dropping in with some thoughts for you. And I am coming to you from a place that I visit once every month, maybe once every other month or so, a cemetery. And I know you're probably sitting there going, oh, this is going to be a very inspiring and uplifting video from a cemetery. And I think it will be. I come here for two reasons, really. I come for one main reason. And I come to visit two of my buddies that have been laid to rest here. They were actually brothers and a very big part of my life, offered an awful lot of support for me throughout my life, and I'm certainly blessed that I knew them in this worldly life. And I come here then for two reasons. Number one is I just talk to them. I visit both of their resting places, and I just talk to them. I ask them for help. I tell them what's going on in my life. You know, I still see their families from time to time, so I may talk about them and their kids. Maybe I'll talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. I just come and I talk. And mostly I ask for support. And here's the thing. It reminds me that while they're no longer here in body, they're very much here in spirit. And that the spirit of those that we've loved that have gone before us is a tremendous source of support for us and good energy. I mean, everything is energy, and it's neither lost nor destroyed, right? So that's the one thing I do. I just come and I talk to them, and it feels good. You know, I feel them. Right now it's a little bit windy, and the wind is always a sign of spirit. So first reason I come to the cemetery, and you know, sometimes the hair on my neck will stand up when I'll just kind of feel them. And you know, sometimes I walk around and I look and I see some different things where people have left signs and rocks for people that have gone before them. But you know, it's just this. There's a basic principle that those that we love that have gone before us are still very much available to us. And I would strongly encourage you to stop in and visit a cemetery and tap into that. The other reason I come is just to be reminded that at some point I will wind up in a place like this. God almost got me one time, and I got kicked out of heaven. I guess he wasn't done with me, so he sent me back. But it just reminds me that I'll be here again at some point. And you know, there's a quote by Marcus Aurelius that I like. He was the Roman emperor back a long time ago, and also practiced the Stoic philosophy, which has some really good principles to it around virtues and things, and your mindset and what you think about. And he has a great quote. He said, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think. And again, that should not be a morbid thought. That should be a very empowering thought that brings you to the present, that says, yes, I've lived many, many days on this planet as a human being, and those days are a gift. It's a beautiful thing. And I have what I call the question marks. I have our days ahead. You have your days ahead. So when I think about Marcus Aurelius saying you could leave life right now, and I don't get those question marks, right, those days ahead, it really forces me to think about and you know, what am I going to do? What am I going to say? What am I going to think? So I encourage you now to take that comment, that statement, that quote to heart. See, it's not about the quotes that we read. So many of these motivational quotes and things, it's about the principle behind the quote. So what's the principle behind Marcus's quote? That life is fragile. And you have a lot of choices about how you can spend your time and where you can put your energy and where you can put your focus. So the question for me now becomes, am I doing what I need to be doing to move towards what I want to create for myself and my business and my life and my family and my spiritual life? Am I doing what I need to be doing? Am I saying what I need to be saying to people? You know, am I speaking the truth? Am I being authentic? Am I telling the people that I love them so they know? And then it comes down to the third one, you know, thinking. You could leave life right now, let that determine what you do, say, and think. So now I've got to examine, go up between this dangerous place between these ears and say, you know, what am I thinking about life? What's my perspective? What's my narrative about my family and my friends and this COVID thing and my business and my spirituality and all those things. So I come to this place, I come to this beautiful place. Sometimes I drive, sometimes I walk, sometimes I run, and I just stop and I see my buddies. And it reminds me that the human spirit is hardly human, and those that have gone before us are very much available to us. And it also reminds me that at some point, me and you will wind up in a place like this. So until then, let that notion empower us. Let us invigorate us, and let it make us inspired to really make sure that we're doing what we need to say, doing what we need to do, saying what we need to say, and thinking and holding the mindset that we need to hold. So until next time, peace out.